Want to welcome everybody to the call tonight. This is a Munics presentation. We're going to talk about the launch of a bank that is actually one of the first cryptocurrency banks in the world. We're going to go through a presentation, understanding about who they are, a little bit about where it's going, and really how big this market is. And really that you got to realize that the cryptocurrency space is becoming hundreds of billions of dollars, and it's going to be time where we can actually partner up and bring customers to the table and actually create a financial lifestyle of financial wealth. So we're going to go over this, but the key to wealth is obviously to learn how to make money while you sleep. This is really allowing us to leverage our assets, letting them work for us while we do what we want to do in a normal day, whether it's hold a job, run a business, take care of the family. You want your money leveraged and working for you today. And in this space, you can use a little bit of money and it can go a very long ways. When you start to look at what is the, how do we compare this to the marketplace out here in the most common types of banks? Most people don't realize that pretty much you've got all the different styles of banks. You've got commercial banks, retail banks, investment banks, central banks, credit unions, online banks, and mutual funds, savings loans. All of these are providing services and access to business and allow you to just do business in commerce. So when you start to understand that most of these banks are set in their ways over the last 50 to 100 years, how much they charge you, what they're willing to pay you for these deposits, but yet they get to utilize these funds all day long, leverage, loan, and offer out in their own private capacities, their own projects, and own returns. So with that being said, when you start to get into this crypto space, you're going to start to realize the game is changing. The interest rates, what we expect, what they're going to pay is far greater than most of these banks would ever pay in a year. You can earn in a month. And so you get the same security, you get safe, versatile, you get the ability of transacting globally simply through these applications that these crypto banks and cryptocurrency wallets are offering people today. And it gives us that access globally. And I think that's really what's changing the landscape of the financial world. Even companies like Bank, you're starting to see most banks, you guys just go look around, you're going to find most banks are offering their own apps. They don't even want you coming into their building anymore. They want you using the app, scanning your check, going to ATM machines. Why? Because they want to reduce their overhead of employees, costs, and overhead, if you will. And that's what's taking over here in this crypto space. And they're realizing that the crypto space is creating not only a place for doing great business, but the crypto is an asset of its own. And they're finding out that it can be so valuable that it creates a settlement at the same time. We'll get into that right now. But I want you to realize that you right now have an opportunity to be a part of Munics Nation Inc. That is the corporation that just completed and became the merger between two major corporations. One was Bank, a 2-year-old company that initiated going out to open up a cryptocurrency banking, if you will. They had 20 million customers. They forged an agreement with Monspace, been around 5 years. They had about 30 million customers. Those customers are now through and after this merger being a part of this combination. And they brought the best of the best to the table. And their goal is to become the Fed of the crypto space. There are major corporations, companies, alliances, planning, strategic models behind these two companies. Now it's run as Munics Nation Inc., but the application itself through a download link is called Munics. And so we're pretty excited about this because these guys are going to really kind of roll out the landscape globally. Most of their customers are in Asia. And so we have that great opportunity, and you're going to learn a little bit about that here in a moment. But what is USDT, cryptocurrencies? Many of these companies, banks are utilizing stable coins, stable currencies. These are tied to the USD value. You get other coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum. They rise and fall with the market. They are volatile. Stable currencies stay pretty stable, just like the dollar. But again, it's still a cryptocurrency. And, I want you to be aware of that because the banking system here with Munics also does what they call an AI system or trading, and they utilize stable coins. I want you to understand that CoinMarketCap is a place where any one of you can go. You can look that even in some of these stable coins that are fairly brand new in the marketplace, like Tether, are doing business in the billions of dollars. And what's really cool about that is that this market has that demand and people are paying attention. And so are big corporations and big companies. And so that's where we need to be paying attention as well, because this is where the money's at, and where are these companies that are offering these types of services are what we need to be paying attention to. So with that being said, I just want you to know that even Tether knows they ranked number 4 for USDT stands for Tether. And when you look at that, it is pretty impressive when such a coin or asset can come out in an early stage and really start to be in that kind of a demand. And again, we get to utilize this, but also other altcoins like EOS or Ripple. Some of you may or may not understand what those are, but the bottom line is there are many options to be able to participate with Munics, which we'll talk about, and we're going to get to where you're going to start to see incredible opportunity here. Traditional bank, you guys know this, physical platforms means you walk in the door, you stand in line. You get represented by bills and coins that are in your pocket, your wallet, your purse. And how it works is that you open an account there called, typically through, what's your social security, what's your address, what's your driver's license, all these types of things. And they'll issue you out a credit card, a debit card. And, typically for those deposits that you make, where you deposit your employer check, where you deposit your retirement, all kinds of different funds that you put in the bank are going to pay you an average of 1% to 3% interest annually across the board globally. And when you start getting up to that 2-3%, they're probably asking you to commit for 2, 3, 4, 5 years into a CD. And in the digital bank here with Munics, you're talking a game changer. It is digital. It's on your phone, anytime, anywhere, any device. You have access to your funds, your account, transferring, withdrawals, deposits. You're in control. You get to do it from anywhere in the world. You're represented by multiple different coins, including stable coins. And how it works is you open up a fixed deposit account with them and you simply make that deposit. The difference is this, is that it pays you from 5 up to 10% on a monthly basis. The cool part is it pays you daily of those percentages throughout the month. Those become accessible to you to actually reallocate and earn even more. And that's really impressive. Many of you will find that out. You look at these traditional banks, again, from this 1.5–2% on average. You look at Munics, they're paying out their customers 5 to 10%. Many of you are going to probably ask them, well, how can they manage that? How can they sustain that? How can they make that possible? Well, guys, banks make a lot of money. Just on the left side, they just simply don't give you a lot. They just give you the crumbs. Here, yearly earnings with Munics is 60 to 120%. How many of you would like to have a passive revenue stream just from a deposit that's paying you 60 to 120%? And maybe how many of you would know a friend, a family, or anyone or colleague that might like that type of a yield for doing the exact same thing, and that's making a deposit? That's it. Make the deposit, or download an app, make the deposit, start earning the next day. That's really cool. So you're going to see this changing the world, and it's offered around the country. So we have these fixed deposit plans. Basically, they're kind of labeled like a gold, platinum, and global. What does this really mean? It just really means what amount of deposit you have in there. It's just no different than the real banks. The banks have regular general public banking, they have private banking, and they give people loans based on their credit. And was it good, bad, or excellent? I mean, this is all this really is. So between $500 up to just under $5,000, $49.99, it's a 5% monthly. That's that 60% a month. That's or a year. That's incredible. You've got this platinum levels. You can get also to this level by simply reallocating your earnings each day and increasing the amount of your balance from your current interest earnings you get. You've got a platinum, 5,000 to just under 10,000, 7% monthly, global 10,000 and up. Maybe let's say up to 100,000, 10% a month. That's pretty impressive. So the cool part about that is, again, it's paid out daily to you. You see the results each day. The interest rate from Munics is, again, a fixed deposit plan, just like any other bank that may offer you a fixed rate for your deposit. You're going to be paid in what they call an MUI token. The cool part about that is that that MUI token can actually increase in value and price as well. In addition, you can take the MUI and reallocate it into your account to earn interest on it as well. So pretty powerful when you start to combine these benefits that are really just a click of a button away for you. And then let's take a look at the application itself. When somebody downloads this link, there's only one way you're going to get access to Munics, and that's through an invitation from an existing customer who has already downloaded the application and has already pledged his own or her deposit and can invite you through this link or code. Once you've done that, you download it, you'll get a code yourself. But this is kind of a snapshot look of the application. It's a very, I would say, an application that's very versatile, has a lot of clicks, but very simply laid out. Now, it tracks pretty much all your deposits, all your earnings. It tracks all of that on a daily basis, and it tracks what you allocate to, in essence, possibly reinvest or put back into the account to also earn interest also. So when you go through this application, it's very simple. You're going to learn as you click a couple of these buttons, and you're going to be able to see how simple it really is. Now, all of a sudden, you have access. So I'm just going to show you that we have access for folks to do withdrawals. They have access to do exchanging. You have access to do, again, the withdrawal in different currencies like the USDT. You may decide to move over there Bitcoin, and you're going to be able to allocate and exchange and withdraw. You're going to have access to also things that are in the app to other exchangers. Some of you may know a lot of folks that are international. Here, built into the app, are 3 different exchangers, CoinsBit, and this is just an application of one of them, and you could register there as well. So the cool part about this is that Munics, knowing that they have a pretty decent history, they have a sizable customer base, they have an application, they are giving an interest rate far greater than any bank in the world at this point, and there'll probably be more that follow. But this is one that also gives you and I an opportunity. This is where you and I can create financial wealth for ourselves with leveraging the relationships who would also like to earn 5 to 10% a month in a deposit with the first crypto bank in the world. Easy, fast, and profitable. So making money with Munics is very simple. Many of you on the phone today, right now, are seeing you're getting paid every day from a single introduction of someone who made a simple $500 or more deposit. You're getting paid a residual revenue stream based on that introduction. That customer pays you for life. Based on that deposit, you're paid a residual income. I cannot find anything much better than earning a residual for someone just simply making a deposit where they earn a great interest rate on a monthly, but paid in a daily basis. So you have that opportunity. We're going to talk about that a little bit, and it's going to get very, very impressive for many of you. You can see a life change, goal changes that you may decide on. You're going to be able to see an opportunity that with just a very handful of people, you might be able to get yourself to a 6-figure revenue stream. Many of you may be there, many of you may not be. But what a great way to simplify and start to replace your current revenue stream, job income, business income, all on autopilot, self-perpetuating, simply on a residual basis of a deposit. Your customers, all they need to do is they also get the same opportunity. They can share this. You're going to be able to share this out there across the globe. We have no border barriers or anything like that. Think about the fact that you also have a QR code with an invite link that you can simply text to someone and let them watch a small video or presentation. And voila, you just built a customer, and now you're beginning a customer base. The company's going to pay you that residual on that customer for all of their deposits. Now, when you also look at the fact that this application will track not only your personal earnings, but all of the earnings of all of your customers and the entire network of those customers. And you will see that that is incredible. I'm going to talk about what type of revenue streams you get for each customer here in a moment, because it's very impressive. Your percent from transactions. Let's look at this for a moment. You will see a dramatic escalation in your account if you are someone that is open to sharing an application with someone to look at the opportunity of making a deposit at this bank. Most banks are competing with each other to get customers. You become an advocate for Munics to be able to bring customers, and your voice will be rewarded. So the fact is your account is credited with a reward every day, the same time your referrals receive their profit. So if they're receiving interest, you are getting paid as well. You get up to a 100% of your direct referrals earnings or profit on their first tier, meaning that if you introduce someone and they earn $50 a month, you earn $50 a month. This is very powerful, and it also has a direct sales market that can pay you down 12 tiers, or what they would say in the marketing industry, levels. Now, this again, folks, is not about nutrition or potions or anything like that. This is pure finance. This is pure business. This is pure people making deposits in their own account and earning interest, and you're getting a percentage as well. The company's grateful for that, and they're going to reward you extremely well. Why? Because they want to be dominant. They want to take this across the world, hundreds of millions of customers, and they're willing to pay out billions of dollars to people who will help them become one of the largest crypto banking enterprises in the world. Your question is, would you like to be a part of it? Now, when you look at this model, gold, platinum, and global, you have an opportunity as a gold, simply making a deposit for only $500. You probably may have $500 sitting in a bank account or sitting somewhere. But simply transferring it here to your new Munics account, you begin to earn a 5% monthly, and you can start to really plan out some potential early retirement and different things that you may find important to you and your family. But think about this for a minute. Every single person you direct referral this to, you get 100% match of their earnings. Somebody puts in $10,000, they earn $1,000 a month. You earn $1,000 a month. All you did was put in $500. You're going to earn your 5% monthly, but someone else put in a higher amount than you, earns a 10%, you get a match of that. Think about that going 3 tiers for simply putting in $500, just under $5,000. Anything in between is all to your benefit, because you're going to earn more daily money yourself on your own account. Now, with that being said, think about a 50% on the second and a 20% on your third. So you can see that moving up to platinum could be fairly easy, utilizing some of your earned rewards to move you up to platinum. A combination of adding more funds to your own account, no different than people adding to their own checking or savings account at their local bank they do today. You do the same thing here, you will work your way up to becoming global. As a global depositor with $10,000 or more, you earn 10% a month, and you can have the potential of earning up to 12 levels. Now, with that being said, you are going to look at a revenue stream that is paid on everyone that is a customer within those 12 tiers. That's powerful. So what does it take to get all 12 tiers? We're going to talk a little bit about that, and it's very, very simple. You share this with 3 customers, you're going to capture 3 levels. So 1 customer, 1 tier. But you can share this with 5 customers, and you're going to reach all the way up to your platinums. You can share it with 6 customers. Guess what? You now have reached the reward level of qualifying for all 12 levels. Now, in order for that to happen, you also want to be at a global member yourself to capture all 12 levels. This is very important. This is why you want to also continue your deposits, But the simple point is, even at a gold, you've got 3 tiers that can make a significant living for yourself of a residual revenue stream. For those that are more anxious, more ambitious, you want to really go out there and really bring on a number of customers, the ball game is open for you. It's totally unlimited of your financial revenue streams and potential that you can generate. Now, when you look at all of these things, we also have extra team bonuses. You can go out here and benefit by the success of some of your depositors who choose to decide to share this with some of their customers. When they hit certain deposit volumes with their team, you benefit by that. You can get increases in percentages. If you remember, you can be paid all the way from 5% to 20% to 50% on these 12 tiers. And in addition to that, get additional increases of those bonuses, 5, 10, 15, 20% type bonuses added to each of those tiers. And that's powerful for simply what? Just someone who says, you know what, I love this. The crypto's a space for the future. Got the first crypto bank. They got a great track record. They've been around a long time. They've got millions of customers. I'm going to plant my feet here for a while. I'm going to fill this out. I'm going to grow with them. And you know what? I'm going to find some other guys that want to build this potentially with me with a customer base. I want you to ask yourself a question. Let's say, for example, a well-known bank like Bank of America or Chase Bank came to you one day. They're in your city and said to you, listen, we'll pay you on every single customer that you help bring into our bank that gets to sign in and make a deposit with us. We'll pay you a residual on all their deposits for life. Would you have told them yes or no? The question is that what you have in your hands today? Now, based on the success of those customers, and you're, in essence, you want to call them an affiliate. If they choose to go out there and share and build, then you get to benefit from that as well. When you also look at the, somebody says money doesn't grow on trees unless you plant the right seeds. What are the right seeds, guys? The seeds are, we're in the Bitcoin movement. We're in the cryptocurrency movement. We're in the blockchain, the future of business. This is where it's at, folks. A multi-trillion-dollar business is at our fingertips, and we get to benefit with profit margins like this and share it with people we care about and show them how they can earn 5 to 10% on a simple, easy deposit mechanism greater than where they're at today. Will they have to make a small, slight change? Yes. Instead of driving to their bank, they'll simply download an app and make their deposits digitally from their wallets and be able to then transact, which is part of the future. And we do our part by helping guide them. And it is very simple as 1, 2, 3. Now, when you also want to look at some of these factors, your first thought in the morning should be thank you. And this is where we are grateful for being able to have opportunities like this, because in this day and time, our most important thing to do is to find credible companies that are here with the best intentions to create a business model that they're intended and shared with us. Not these companies that are coming out here with short-winded tales to go out of business within 3 to 6 months and leave you holding the bag. The goal is to find solid businesses that are run by solid management, solid IT tech teams, and a goal, again, is to survive and become one of the biggest and best companies in the world. That's who you tie yourself to, and that's who you put your effort and time into. There are companies all over the place in this digital space, and we must be careful that we don't waste our time or our money, or most importantly, lose our money to ill-intentioned people who have no intention of providing us the success that we seek. So with that being said, Heath, I want to share with you guys this. Even though you see the Munics application where people can register from a link, and we utilize the stable coins of Tether and USDT, you can deposit Bitcoin, EOS, Ripple, different coins of the nature. And that's what we have available. People can make deposits in different altcoins and still allocate them to what we call the financial plan. The company does its own AI trading. Now listen, I want you to understand, we don't need to make this some science project. Most people who put a deposit at a bank don't even question what the bank does with that money. They are out there lending it, loaning it to people all over the country. They are fractionalizing it. They're putting deals together, private contracts. They're generating business in order to build these massive towers they have all over the country, and they're making significant profits, but yet you make very little for those deposited funds. Munics Banks has its own back end. They do their business. They do their trading. You and I just make our deposit and earn our money. That's what they do. Now, the last time I checked, I knew very few people that went to their bank and said, I need to speak to the president and find out exactly what you do with my $1,000 I deposited here. They're not going to give you the time to explain that to you. But one can go out and learn more what banks do through what they do online. Just search out what banks do to lend out money, all those types of things. But you don't question it because you have trust in them. You have confidence in them. These folks right here are the first in the world to open up an enterprise to allow customers to be able to do and share customers to their bank, and they will pay you a residual revenue stream on their deposits every single day. And so with that being said, Keith, we need to open up. I want to show you guys a little bit of some numbers. Again, it's not a authorized Munics bank spreadsheet, but I want to be able to show you guys it's a private, personal one. The power of this model, folks, is I want you to just realize if somebody puts in $1,000 worth of cryptocurrency or $1,000 worth of crypto, they're going to begin to earn these MUI tokens. Now, you're going to be able to earn a percentage of a number of them each day and also a cumulative of the month. Now, during that month, you're going to be able to allocate them, and these numbers can actually increase if you choose to allocate each day. Now, the cool part about that is that you're going to earn. So let's just take an example of over the next 12 months, we made a deposit. Now, many of you have already made deposits at banks and you've left it there for years and years, okay? And so we're talking just a simple deposit and generating here an opportunity to generate us some more crypto, more assets in this digital space. And let's just say for the sake of argument, this coin has the ability to rise. And as it rises, not only are we earning our interest, but we're earning the appreciation on the MUI. So let's just say for the sake of argument, over the next year, that coin rises to $5. Well, we're going to see that significant growth rate as well. In addition to that, we're earning our daily. Now, whether you put 1,000 or you reach yourself to 10,000, this is going to be more conservative because the calculation is not at the 10, but you can see the significant difference. You still own that 10. It's not gone anywhere. It's still on deposits, like, you know, your savings, right? And the bottom line is you're going to earn these. Now, let's go back and just look at the basics. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you shared this with 6 folks, and I can see the numbers are gone here, Heath. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, those 6, if they went out and followed the protocol and shared it with 6, and all they did was share it with $1,000, and they did the same, and they shared the same, and they did the same. Everyone just shared it with 6 customers, just 4 tiers, not 5, not 6. You just said to yourself, you know what? I'm going to get 6 customers, and I'm going to help them understand why they should get 6 customers, and I'm going to help them understand why they get 6 customers. You just keep it simple, just those 3, 4 tiers, right? Just with that alone, folks, you're talking, now this is going to be a little greater than this or whatever, but you're talking, look at this, you're talking over $250,000 in overrides, and you haven't even got past the 4 tier, and nobody put more than $1,000 in. And it can get significant, very, very powerful. You get guys that start putting in the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50,000. You'll have customers, or some of their customers will do that. This can go really incredible for you. The potential is unlimited for you. This is no guarantees what you're going to do, what you're going to accomplish. But at the end of the day, is at least you have a model that you can follow, something basic and something affordable, something easy for people to accomplish, whether it was 500 to 1,000, but at least everybody's working to achieve, hey, if I'm in there 500, my goal is to get to 1,000. When I'm at 1,000, my goal is to get to 2, then to 3, then to 4. You can get there through some of your decisions to share and build. And the point is, you have that opportunity to do some great, great things. This can, for some of you that are builders, this will lead into potentially millions of dollars. There are folks in the company already doing millions of dollars, but not annually, monthly. So the potential is wide open for you. This is just a basic, give you an idea. And when you look at these depositors, how much do you think is deposited in some of these banks around the country? Billions and billions of dollars. And somebody's got deposits earning only 1% a year, and you give them an opportunity to say, listen, why don't you diversify and put, 5 or 10,000 in this account and earn 60% to 120% a year. They might take you up on that offer. Okay. And they also have to understand the importance of the crypto space. So with that being said, this will have to be also tweaked a little bit, but this just was only for a base idea. But just between this first tier and this second tier, that's 78,000. Ask yourself, how many of you on this phone are making 78,000 a year, working a 40-hour job, and where you can have a business like this, where you put $1,000 in, potentially share it with 6 people, who share it with 6, and you're making almost 80,000 a year. That's not that much work. It's probably more work working the 40 hours in a single week. You see what I'm saying? A lot less work, but you're committing to someone for an entire year to make probably half or less than this. And this works for you while you sleep and doing whatever you do. Okay? Other than that, I do just want to thank everybody for here. All new guests on here. I encourage you to get back with the person that invited you, get their link, get registered, test this out being a customer, and see how you like it. Many of you that are accessible to Androids, very simple and easy to download. Apple, you have to trust the settings and so forth. But other than that, we can answer and help folks along the way who are looking to get started. Other than that, thank you so much, and everyone have an awesome night.
Okay, with that being said, this call is officially over. Good night, everyone.